It's a beautiful day and a beautiful day for some more Reddit stories. I hope you guys are having a good day today. I brought the cat tree a little bit closer, so hopefully you can see the baby kitty cats a little bit better. And yeah, boy, are we in for a treat today. It's going to be such a fun episode and I hope you guys are excited. Subscribe if you want to and let's get into the first one. My roommate's boyfriend called me mummy in front of my friend, so I kicked him out. Am I the a-hole? So I, 20 female, live with my best friend Claire, 21 female. We've been super close since high school and she's pretty much my ride or die. Recently, she started dating this guy, Luke, 23 male, and honestly, he gives me the yick. But I've been keeping it to myself because I don't want to ruin things for her. Luke is one of those wannabe alpha dudes who thinks he's super deep and edgy, but he comes off as cringe. He also low-key flirts with me sometimes, but I brush it off because it's not worth the drama. Anyway, last weekend I had some friends over for a movie night. Claire was working late, but Luke was hanging out in the apartment. Everything was chill until Luke randomly walked into the living room when we were watching a movie and said, "Hey mummy, can you make me some popcorn?" Yeah, I'm understanding the cringe part. The room went dead silent and I was mortified. My friend started awkwardly laughing and I stared at him like, "What?" He smirked and said, "What? It's a joke. You know, because you're like the mum of the apartment." I told him to leave and to not come back until Claire got home. He got all pissy and said that I was overreacting, but I wasn't about to let him act all weird in front of my friends. When Claire came home, I told her what happened and she was mad at me for kicking him out of the living room. She said that I humiliated him and that he was only trying to be funny. Now Luke's refusing to come over unless I apologize, and Claire's saying that I'm being unreasonable. But like, who calls their girlfriend's roommate mummy as a joke? Am I the a-hole? Yeah, like this comment says, he called you mummy. You sent him to his room. Lol, dead. This one says, I guess Luke won't be coming over for a while then. And OP said, yeah, he needs to stay away. Yeah, I feel like this one is definitely a win, OP. And no, I don't feel like you're the a-hole. I like this comment, not the a-hole. That's super uncomfortable. Claire needs to know how he's making you feel in your own space. A friend of mine dealt with a similar guy and it only got worse. Stick to your boundaries, it's your home too. Yeah, I feel like if you did enable this sort of stuff, it would definitely get worse. And yeah, he makes you super uncomfortable. You've even said, OP, that he flirts with you sometimes, and now he's trying to call you mummy. He makes you uncomfortable and you don't want him around. That's completely fine. You don't need to apologize. Yeah, like this comment says, I see it as an absolute W. He won't come over and you never have to see him again. Don't ever back down, by the way. If you apologize, the very first time that he sees you again, he'll call you mummy. I guarantee it. This comment says start referring to him as little. When he gets upset about it, just say that it's a joke, because he always acts so alpha, and usually those types are overcompensating. Take a joke, man. Post number 2 is also on Am I the A-hole? I am going to read some stuff that is not on here, by the way. It's just such a fun subreddit. Am I the a-hole for going forward and refiling the divorce procedures after my wife cancelled now that she's getting the help that she needs for her postpartum depression? Also, a little bit of a warning for this post. There are some mentions of abuse here. I don't think a lot, but there are mentions of abuse here. I don't want this on my main account. I, 29 male, was in a relationship with my soon-to-be ex-wife, 28 female, for 8 years. Everything was what I'll describe as nearly perfect. Small argument here and there, but nothing really significant or relationship altering. All of that stopped 13 months ago after she got pregnant. The child was not a surprise as we were trying for a baby. I seriously don't know what went wrong, but around the 4-month mark, my wife completely made a 180 switch from the kind, caring, and sweet woman that she used to be to a total tyrant. I know it's bad to speak of somebody like that, but that's the best way I can describe it. I'm completely honest when I say that me breathing was an issue for her, waking me up at 2 or 3 in the morning because she wanted something specific, and becoming verbally abusive when I refused to drive 40 minutes to get her an ice cream that she was craving. She went on a tirade because she wanted Chick-fil-A on a Sunday and the place was shut, calling me a useless husband, everything under the sun. I wasn't allowed to sleep in the same bed as her, and then being pissed at me in the morning for not sleeping in the same bed as her, cleaning the house because it's too loud, and then not cleaning the house, cooking something that she doesn't want anymore but she requested earlier. I bared everything, every insult, all the verbal abuse. I never raised my voice towards her during the whole time. I begged her to get help, to talk to a doctor, a therapist, her mother, anybody. But she refused to, and that just made things even worse because apparently I called her crazy for asking her to get help. I went with her to the doctor one time, and when I brought up the mood swing, the hell that I was in for a week was not worth it. Talking to her mother as well, she tried to help, but my wife would act overly sweet, and then she made it seem like I was the crazy one until her mother left again, and then it was back to hell for me. Even the camera footage I have of her going going off. She made it seem out of context. And I was made out to be a monster by everybody for not doing more or enough. She made it seem that every time she got angry was in response to something that I did. Me sleeping at 4 in the morning and she not being able to open a can of peaches was somehow my fault, earning me a can against the chest while I was sleeping. 4 months ago she gave birth. Was not an easy birth, but I was hopeful that things will somewhat return to normal. But that's when the postpartum depression kicked in. Again, I tried to help. I really did. Suggestions and research and talking to a therapist on my own to find better ways to help her. But everything I did made things worse. I was against her with everything, calling her a crap wife and a bad mother, even though those words never even left my mouth. Everything blew up when she actively became physically violent. The last straw was when she smashed a coffee cup on my head when I walked out the room after a small argument because I took too long to bring her the cup of coffee. Oh, she's an absolute piece of crap. I was busy with our son changing his diaper. This was the first time in 8 years that I raised my voice at her, and I told her that we're done. She can pack her crap and move the hell out of the house. She went to her parents' house and she wanted to take our son, but I did not allow it. When she said that she'll call the cops, I pointed to the camera in the hallway and I told her she's welcome to try, as the camera caught it all. A week after, I was served with divorce papers. I wanted to file, but I didn't have time with work and caring for our son. I was too busy. 3 weeks back after I got back from work, my in-laws were waiting for me. Apparently her parents got her to see a therapist after they threatened to kick her out because she became as abusive to them as she was to me. They finally believed me and that I wasn't making things up. They gave me a letter from my wife before they left. The letter basically says the following without writing everything out. She's sorry for the way that she treated me all of those months. She doesn't know why she did it and has no excuse. After her parents threatened to kick her out and she saw a therapist and psychiatrist, she is better now because she is on medication to help her. In the letter she says that she stopped the divorce proceedings and wanted to give us another try. I haven't responded to her letter and I told my lawyer to proceed with the divorce proceedings. I gave the letter to her as well, as it contains a lot of detail of what she did, as well as her admitting to the verbal abuse. It's not just my words anymore, especially for the things that happened in public, the videos I've got of it, as well as the video of her breaking the coffee cup on my head, with the hospital visit for the stitches and the burn marks from the hot coffee. I'm told that I'm the a-hole, as she's getting the help that she needs now, and that I should forgive her and give her another chance. Hell no. I should do it to keep our family together if I truly love her. I should be able to forgive her for the things that she did while not in her right mind. I'm a monster because I have no idea what she went through. My thing is, why didn't she take the help I suggested? I did everything humanely possible to help her and she refused. She made me out to be this evil person, and everything I did wasn't right or good enough or not enough. Even when I removed myself from the situation, that was also wrong. I have more than enough evidence to get full custody of our son and a prenup that protects everything that I have, including the house. Am I the a-hole for refusing to continue this relationship and proceeding with the divorce? Edit to add, I see it already in the notification. I'm going for full custody of my son. My lawyer says that there is no sustainties, but she can't see any reason a judge would not grant me full custody of my son. Just to add as well, my son is mine. I did go through my wife's messages and everything just before she gave birth for this exact reason. No deleted messages I could find or weird expenses. No out of context messages. The test was done and he is mine. OP, you are absolutely not the a-hole. That is so unbelievably awful and so sad. Once again, actions have consequences. Be a piece of crap, pay the price. No, you are not obligated to stay with her, OP. And the fact that she's saying that you're an a-hole because she's getting the help that she needs and that you should forgive her and give her another chance, and you're a monster because you have no idea what she went through, like, that's revolting. Yeah, like this comment says, not the a-hole. She abused you and that's all there is to it. Her mental problems don't reduce the harm caused to you by one iota. Though the fact that she only abused you behind closed doors and acted sweet whenever anybody else was around tells me that she knew damn well what she was doing. Every time she hurt you, that was a conscious choice on her part. Proceed with the divorce and try to get as close to full custody as possible. I would not put it past you soon to be ex to abuse your baby as revenge by proxy. Yes, she's absolutely awful. Of course, get out of there. Like this one too, definitely not the a-hole. Bro, do whatever you need to do to protect yourself and your child. Good luck to you. Yeah, this one too, your own mental health and the safety of your son are the only things that matter, not the a-hole. Yeah, I feel so sorry for you, OP. Like you said, you've been together for 8 years, everything was nearly perfect. And then all of a sudden she becomes this. Of course you don't need to forgive her. Like, I'm pretty sure if you were treating her like this, OP, she wouldn't forgive you. Why the hell should you forgive her? And yeah, like that comment said, she knew what she was doing, was disgusting to OP behind closed doors, and then acted all sweet whenever anybody else was around. OP has a comment that says, I love and still love the woman that she used to be, and that I used to know, but what she became, I can't ever see loving her. That's so sad. Yeah, good luck, OP, you're absolutely not the a-hole. Am I the a-hole for refusing to babysit my sister's kids after she publicly called me irresponsible in front of our whole family? I, 26 female, am the younger sister to Emma, 34 female, who has 3 kids, 7, 4, and 2. Emma's been a single mum for the past 2 years, and while I do respect her hard work, I feel like I've been roped into this unofficial secondary parent role without my consent, even though I do love it at times. It is stressful. Over the past year, she's come to rely on me as her primary babysitter. She'll often ask me to watch the kids at the last minute because she needs a break or wants to run errands without the stress. I've cancelled my plans more times than I can count to help her out, and I did it because I wanted to, because she's my sister. But last weekend, I finally had something that I was looking forward to, a close friend's birthday dinner. I'd been helping her plan it for weeks, and we were supposed to have this amazing girls' night at a fancy restaurant, followed by karaoke, something I never get to do with how much I'm helping my sister. On the day of the party, Emma texted me in the afternoon asking if I could watch the kids for a few hours so that she could recharge. I told her that I couldn't because of my plans, and I expected her to respect it, which she seemingly did. I also assumed that she found somebody else or worked it out in the end. It was getting way too bright in here, so I had to shut the blinds. Then fast forward to the next evening at a family dinner. Out of nowhere, Emma goes off on me in front of everybody, saying that I'm irresponsible and self-centered, and that I have no idea what it's like to be a real adult since I don't have kids of my own. She even went on about how she sacrifices everything for her kids while I party around like a teenager. I was mortified and heartbroken. It was in front of our parents, aunts, uncles, everybody. After dinner, I told her that I was done babysitting until she could apologize and start treating me with some respect. She's been furious, saying that I'm abandoning her. Wait a second, so she said that stuff to you, OP, and she still expected that you'd keep babysitting after? What? That's so wild. And that family should be there no matter what. Oh, get out of here. It made me feel really bad, and I felt as if I did abandon her. My mum, of course, took her side, saying that I should let it go because Emma is stressed and needs my support, and that she's a single mum and yada yada yada. I get that being a single mum is tough, and I am her sister, and she helped me out a lot too. But on the other side, I feel like I'm being guilt-tripped and treated like her backup parent, and not even a babysitter that can have other plans. Am I the a-hole for saying enough is enough and setting this boundary? Of course not. Edit. Okay, so lots of people in the comments encourage me to set up firm boundaries. Lots of great advice here. Everybody is so positive and reminding me that boundaries are key. Now I say that I really do need to hold firm on them. Setting limits is something that I have struggled with, especially with family. No apology from her yet, but I'll stay strong. Thank you so much for the support. The absolute audacity. The top comment says, not the a-hole. Her being a single mum is her damn problem, not yours. There's no way I'd ever babysit for that ever again. Yeah, being so awful to OP for absolutely no reason, but then expects that they can treat OP like that, and OP will still babysit for them. The second top comment says, not the a-hole. I tell her she's right, and that she should never have an irresponsible person like you to look after her children. Yeah, you can never look after her kids because you're too irresponsible, and you've got no idea what it's like to be a real adult. What a giant a-hole. Yeah, like this comment says, never babysit for her again, and move out as soon as you can. Your family openly takes you for granted. Your sister thinks that you're her servant, not the a-hole. Yeah, I could not agree more. That is so wild. Like the absolute disrespect. Treats you like absolute crap, but she's acting like you've still got some sort of obligation to her. Some stuff you definitely should let go, but this is not something that you should let go. Do not give in to her, OP. The next one's on entitled people. My neighbor thinks that my driveway is her free parking spot. So I live in a townhouse with a small driveway, just big enough for my car. My next door neighbor doesn't have a driveway and has to park on the street, which is okay, except she's decided that my driveway should be her backup spot whenever she wants. It started off as an emergency situation a couple of times, like she had people over or street parking was tight. I didn't say anything at first because it seemed temporary, but now it's almost a weekly thing. She'll park in my driveway without asking and just says, I knew that you wouldn't mind, when I confront her. The last straw was when she blocked me in one morning when I was running late for work. I asked her again not to park there, and she actually had the nerve to tell me that I was being unneighborly and selfish because I wasn't sharing my driveway. I'm honestly at a loss. She's acting like I'm the one being difficult here. Edit. Thank you for your suggestions, everybody. I think if this does happen again, I'll be calling a towing service, even if it is a bit of a hassle. Yeah, definitely do that, OP. Like, oh no, I'm being unneighborly again. Damn it. What a shame. There's a tow truck picking up your car. Maybe you shouldn't park there like I've asked you not to many different times. That's actually so infuriating. For them to call OP selfish. How are you selfish because you want your own driveway? Oh, I'm sorry that I want to use my own driveway. I'm obviously such a selfish idiot. The next one is also on entitled people. And you know how much we love entitled people. Entitled mum thought that I should stay late because she was on her way. So this took place 30 years ago. And some important facts. I was a photographer at a portrait studio in a major retail store. A portrait session could take anywhere from 15 minutes to an hour depending on the subject. I had a 7 and an 8-year-old at the time. My commute was an hour each way. Our hours were 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. I worked in a major town that drew a lot of its business from nearby rural communities. By near, I mean up to 30 minutes away. Onto the story. One evening at 6:50 p.m., I'm wrapping stuff up to close when I get a phone call and the following conversation ensues. EW, entitled woman. Me, expecting to be making an appointment. Portrait studio, how can I help you? Entitled woman, I just wanted to let you know that we're on our way to get our photos taken. I have 2 kids. Me, at 6:50, you realize that we shut at 7. Entitled woman, yeah, that's why I'm calling you, so that you know that we're coming. We only live in so-and-so, and names the town 15 to 20 minutes away. We'll be there by 7. Me, knowing that they'll never arrive by 7. I'm leaving at 7. That's our closing time. Entitled woman, that's why I'm calling to make sure that you wait for us. We'll be there by 7. Me, I won't be here. Entitled woman, you don't understand. The kids are dressed already. They have to get their picture taken tonight. No, they don't. Me, yes, I do understand. What you don't understand is that we close at 7, and I'm leaving at 7. I have 2 kids myself, and I'd like to see them before they go to bed. Would you like to make an appointment for later this week? Our last appointment is at 6:30. Entitled woman hangs up. That's so funny, and good on you for not putting up with this, OP. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna be here. Like, the entitlement of it too. They weren't asking. They weren't like, hey, I'm almost here. Could you please maybe stay open? Which, of course, they still wouldn't have to stay open. But they weren't even asking. They were like, hey, we're on our way. Stay open. Yeah, no. Bye. The next one says, am I the a-hole for refusing to work Thanksgiving so that my co-worker can celebrate with their kids? 28 female. I recently got engaged and I've been at my current job for a little bit over 2 years. I love my job and I feel honored to do it, but one downside is that we're needed 365 days a year, and so it's common to work on holidays. The rule is that individuals who are new are first in line to work on Thanksgiving and Christmas. There's also an informal expectation that individuals without kids are going to cover those shifts so that parents can celebrate with their families. People at work especially seem to care about mums being home with their children. This year I am scheduled to work on Christmas, but I get Thanksgiving off. It's going to be my first holiday off since I've been on the job, and I'm so excited. One of my co-workers, June, was in the same hiring class as me. She's a few years older because she started grad school late and is married with 2 kids. On Friday, she approached me and asked if I'd be willing to cover her shift on Thanksgiving so that she could celebrate with her kids. I was a bit upset since I've been looking forward to celebrating with my family and my fiance and my future in-laws this year. As I mentioned, I only just got engaged and this would be the first time that our families are doing a blended holiday. I explained the situation to June and she said that her daughters deserve to have their mum with them. I suggested celebrating the holiday on a later date with her family because I wasn't going to be covering for her. June was annoyed and said that I was breaking the informal code of the office. I spoke to my mentor about it. She's in her 50s and has kids, and she thinks that I should have agreed to cover for June so that her kids could be with their mum on Thanksgiving. I said the expectation is not fair, since June was the one who decided to have kids and also chose an intense line of work where she sometimes has to work holidays. Additionally, it's unfair that individuals who chose not to have children are penalized for the choices of others and are expected to always work holidays. Yeah, OP. She asked me to take a step back and realize it's not about being fair to June or me, but doing what's right for the kids who already don't get to see their mother as often as they'd like to because she's serving our country. She said that if I chose to have kids one day, I might think about it differently. I'm pretty clear about the fact that when I decide to have kids, I won't expect my co-workers to pay the price for that decision. I'll note that my job is certainly a public service, and the institution prides itself on doing what's best for the country rather than for ourselves. I'm alright with sacrificing my time to help the general public, but also I don't think I should be pressured into working every holiday so that my co-workers can be with the kids they brought into the world. Am I the a-hole? No, I don't think so, OP. I feel like it's kind of a stupid rule. Yeah, like this comment says, this is your manager's problem to fix, not yours. Don't feel guilty, not the a-hole. And OP said, thank you so much. I'm happy that June at least gets Christmas off this year. Yeah, and you're working Christmas, but you want to have Thanksgiving off. That's completely fine. Yeah, that's so annoying, OP, and I feel like that's enough for today. That was such a fun episode, and I hope you guys had a good time today. I've got 2 cute, wholesome memes to show you. Thank you for changing my life. I'm literally you. I know, thank you for not giving up. Holy, that is so beautiful. Wow. Yeah, wow. Thank you, me. And yeah, thank you to yourself, guys. That is so beautiful. Make sure you take time to thank yourself. Wow, that one got me. That's so beautiful. Yeah, I know. Thank you for not giving up. Yeah, that's so awesome. Hell yeah, keep on killing it. I want to speak to your manager so I can tell them what an amazing employee you are. That's so cute. I love a good unexpected wholesome meme. You're such a wonderful employee and I really appreciate you. Thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you had a wonderful time today. And if you did, make sure you let me know down below in the comment section. And also subscribe if you want to. The comment of the day goes to Cats Over Brats. I posted a few weeks back about going to adopt a cat on our anniversary. Yeah, I remember that one. I did post an update on why it didn't happen. Anyway, the shelter finally opened up again yesterday after 2 weeks shutdown, and we went and adopted a cat. They only had kittens this time around, so we ended up with a 12-week-old grey and white kitten that we named Heimdall. We've already nicknamed him Drama King because he'll throw his head back with a loud meow if he doesn't get attention. He's so cute. Wow, Cats Over Brats, congratulations. That is so beautiful, and I'm so happy for you. And say hello to your beautiful kitty cat for me. That's so awesome, and thank you for letting us know in the comments. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow, everybody. Make sure you look after yourself and make sure you have a beautiful, amazing rest of your day. And you know what I'm about to say because I say it every single day. Bye!